Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. DMK chief and former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi passes away in Chennai. President, Vice President, Prime Minister and other leaders express condolence. Prime Minister says ongoing Parliament session will be marked as social justice session in history following passage of OBC bill. Rajya Sabha adjourned for the day after frequent disruptions on different issues. BJP blames TMC and Congress for stalling proceedings. Justices Indira Banerjee, Vineet Saran and K.M. Joseph sworn in as Supreme Court judges. In Nepal, over 100 stranded Kailash Mansarovar pilgrims flown from Simikot to Nepalganj after resumption of flight services. And Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore flags off mountaineering expedition to Mount Manirang. DMK chief and former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi passed away at 6:10 p.m. today in Chennai. The latest press release from the hospital stated that despite best possible efforts by the medical team to resuscitate him, he failed to respond. The 94-year-old veteran leader was admitted to the Kaveri Hospital in the wee hours on the 28th. He had been admitted to the ICU and was under medical treatment for the past 11 days. Here is a tribute.
Entering into politics at the youngest age of 14 years as a student and remaining active in it till the age of 94 is quite a long innings for any successful politician. Muthuvel Karunanidhi, affectionately called Kalaignar, was born to Muthuvel and Anjugam Ammal on 3rd June 1924 at Tirukkuvalai in Tiruvarur district. A statesman, politician, a lover of fine arts, poetry, prose and theatre, Kalaignar was a thinker and an architect who carved a place for the Dravidian parties in the national politics. A 5-time chief minister and a 13-time MLA, Karunanidhi exhibited his linguistic talents in the world of Tamil literature. When his party failed to win the elections, he displayed his literary talents, and when DMK won the elections, it was statesmanship and full-fledged politics. He was arrested during emergency and the DMK rule was dismantled. But then he became instrumental with the Congress party later. In fact, DMK had been with both BJP and the Congress as political allies. Apart from politics, he was successful in scripting for films. His film Parashakti, released in 1952, still holds good a beautiful example of his sincere, realistic portrayal of the struggles in the life of a repatriate family. His witty answers during serious assembly discussions threw a surprise to the heated verbal duels. He was sarcastic, witty, and proved his knowledge and precise memory power during his speeches anywhere. It was during his regime that he ensured property rights to women, 1 rupee for 1 kilo PDS rice, ensured 33% reservation for women, distribution of land for the landless labourers, and a countless number of social welfare schemes. The absence of the icon of the Dravidian politics has left irreplaceable void in the national politics and in the Tamil world.
Condolence messages have been pouring in from all over the country on the demise of the departed leader. The President, Vice President and Prime Minister have expressed their grief over the sad demise of the DMK chief. President Ramnath Kovind said in a message that he is extremely sad to learn about the passing away of M. Karunanidhi. Mr. Kovind termed Mr. Karunanidhi as a doyen of public life, as a contributor to the development of Tamil Nadu and of India. In his message, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu expressed grief over the passing away of Mr. Karunanidhi. Mr. Naidu described him as one of the leading and long-standing politicians of the country who left a mark of his own during his long public life of about 80 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his message, said Mr. Karunanidhi was one of the senior-most leaders of India. He said the country has lost a deep-rooted mass leader, prolific thinker, accomplished writer, and a stalwart whose life was devoted to the welfare of the poor and the marginalized. Mr. Modi said he stood for regional aspirations as well as national progress, and he was steadfastly committed to the welfare of Tamils and ensured that Tamil Nadu's voice was heard effectively. The Prime Minister said his thoughts are with the family and the countless supporters of Mr. Karunanidhi in this hour of grief. Mr. Modi is scheduled to pay his last respects to the departed leader in Chennai tomorrow. Home Minister Rajnath Singh said the demise of Mr. Karunanidhi is a monumental loss to India's political landscape, and his contribution to Tamil society and the state of Tamil Nadu will always be remembered. In his message, Information and Broadcasting Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore said Dr. Karunanidhi was a great administrator and a humble leader who dedicated his life to Tamil Nadu. BJP President Amit Shah has said M. Karunanidhi had an impressive life journey, starting as a screenwriter in Tamil film industry to being 5-term Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. In a tweet, Mr. Shah said, no one can forget his struggle during the emergency imposed in 1975. Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan said she is pained to learn about the sad demise of Dr. M. Karunanidhi.
He was a great leader, and for so many years he worked for downtrodden. To whole Tamil Nadu as such, he gave a good leadership. It is a great loss not only to Tamil Nadu, it is a great loss for a whole country also.
Former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda said he had shown the path to regional parties. It's a tragic moment for his workers and those who loved him.
The role of Karunanidhi is not only limited to Tamil Nadu. He is one of the tallest leaders in the country, a regional leader who stood up to the national level to provide a stable government. It shows his maturity, statesmanship.
Leaders from various political parties have condoled the death of the DMK president. In his message, Congress President Rahul Gandhi said, loved by the Tamilian people, Dr. Karunanidhi strode the stage of Tamil politics like a colossus for over 6 decades. He said, in his passing, India has lost a great son. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter @AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the ongoing monsoon session of Parliament will be marked as a social justice session in history following the passage of the bill giving constitutional status to the OBC Commission and the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Bill in the Lok Sabha. Addressing the BJP Parliamentary Party meeting, Mr. Modi said the Social Justice Fortnight will be observed from the 15th to the 30th of this month. He said yatras will be organized during the fortnight and people will be informed about the work done by the NDA government for the welfare of poor and marginalized sections of society. Briefing reporters, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anand Kumar quoted Mr. Modi as saying that the country will also observe Social Justice Week every year from 1st to 9th August.
हर साल आने वाले दिनों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी 1 अगस्त से 9 अगस्त तक सामाजिक न्याय सप्ताह मनाएगी, क्योंकि स्वतंत्रता के 70 साल के बाद ये दोनों ऐतिहासिक कानून पारित हो गए.
The BJP Parliamentary Party also passed a resolution lauding the government over the passage of the two bills. A delegation of OBC parliamentarians and leaders from the BJP today called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. Members of the delegation felicitated the Prime Minister for providing constitutional status to the OBC Commission. The members said that the historic step would help in strengthening the OBC community. Mr. Modi thanked the delegation for their words of appreciation and support. He encouraged the delegation to continue working for the upliftment of the OBC community, especially at the grassroots level. The Rajya Sabha was adjourned for the day today after witnessing frequent disruptions on different issues. Trinamool Congress members trooped into the well, shouting slogans against the government on the issue of the final draft of the National Register of Citizens concerning Assam. The House was adjourned twice in the post-lunch session on the issue. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu made repeated appeals to the agitating TMC members to return to their seats, but in vain. When the House reassembled at 2 p.m., it took up a short-duration discussion on the recent increase in the minimum support prices for kharif crops and challenges in the agricultural sector. Amit Shah of the BJP, while participating in the discussion, said the NDA government has raised the allocations for agriculture and allied sectors in the last 4 years.
कृषि के बजटीय आवंटन में 2009 से 2014 तक 1,21,082 करोड़ था और 2014 से 2018 तक वो बढ़कर हो गया 2,11,694 करोड़। 75% की वृद्धि कृषि के बजट में करने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी की नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने, एनडीए सरकार ने किया है।
As the BJP president was continuing his speech, TMC members trooped into the well, raising slogans against the government. Mr. Naidu adjourned the House for the day as noisy scenes continued. Earlier in the morning, the House was adjourned for 45 minutes during 0 hour as Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party demanded a discussion on the alleged sexual exploitation of girls in a shelter home in Devariya in Uttar Pradesh. The chairman assured the House that the issue will be taken up tomorrow. The BJP today came down heavily on the TMC and the Congress for stalling proceedings in the Rajya Sabha, accusing them of not allowing a discussion on the issue of agriculture and passage of the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Bill. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, senior party leader and Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said when BJP President Amit Shah was speaking on the recent increase in minimum support prices for kharif crops and challenges in the agricultural sector, TMC members trooped into the well, forcing the adjournment of the House, and the Congress also indirectly supported them.
कांग्रेस पार्टी किसानों पर चर्चा से क्यों भाग रही है? टीएमसी किसानों पर चर्चा से क्यों भाग रही है? चर्चा होती तो अपनी कई बात कहने का अवसर मिलता. It is not an issue of TMC only. What they have done is undemocratic, condemnable, but it has the indirect patronage and blessings of Congress party. आज के दिन रिवाइज सूची में माननीय चेयरमैन साहब ने SC/ST एक्ट को भी लगाया था, जो कल लोकसभा में पारित हुआ. क्या चाहती है कांग्रेस? SC/ST एक्ट को मजबूत करने का कानून पारित होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए?
Justices Indira Banerjee, Vineet Sara and K.M. Joseph were sworn in as Supreme Court judges today in the order of seniority notified by the centre. Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, administered the oath of office to the new judges. As per convention, the seniority of Supreme Court judges is determined on the basis of their swearing in as judges of the high courts. With today's swearing in, the total number of judges in the apex court has gone up to 25. In Nepal, more than 100 stranded Kailash Mansarovar pilgrims were flown from Simikot to Nepalganj this afternoon, as flight services from Simikot have resumed. 71 pilgrims were evacuated by 7 commercial flights and another 30 by 5 sorties of chartered helicopters. The flight services from Simikot were temporarily suspended since Sunday due to bad weather. According to the Indian Embassy, the situation is under control and the mission's representatives in Simikot, Hilsa and Nepalganj are constantly monitoring the situation. More from our correspondent.
With the improvement in weather conditions, most of the pilgrims have been evacuated from Simikot. 110 devotees were airlifted to Nepalganj by 7 commercial flights and 6 sorties of chopper today. Now only 12 people are in Simikot. If weather remains clear, these pilgrims are also likely to be evacuated tomorrow. Kailash Mansarovar Yatra on Nepalganj-Simikot Hilsa route continue. Around 60 pilgrims reached Simikot from Nepalganj today for onward journey. Rajkumar, AIR News, Kathmandu.
Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore today said that every day is filled with challenges for people who are related to sports. He was speaking in New Delhi after flagging off a mountaineering expedition to Mount Manirang. Mr. Rathore said Prime Minister Narendra Modi's message, "Jo khelega, wahi khilega," is a big message for society. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. DMK Chief and former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi passes away in Chennai. President, Vice President, Prime Minister and other leaders express condolence. Prime Minister says ongoing Parliament session will be marked as social justice session in history following passage of OBC bill. Rajya Sabha adjourned for the day after frequent disruptions on different issues. BJP blames TMC and Congress for stalling proceedings. Justices Indira Banerjee, Vineet Saran and K.M. Joseph sworn in as Supreme Court judges. In Nepal, over 100 stranded Kailash Mansarovar pilgrims flown from Simikot to Nepalganj after resumption of flight services. And Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore flags off mountaineering expedition to Mount Manirang. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.